Welcome to Bejeweled. I know you're in for a big surprise tonight because we have got the Audrey Hepburn collection here.
Absolutely. Audrey's son Sean is here to share all of the wonderful stories that relate back to the pieces you know and love. And then coming up too, we're going to be talking about timeless silver, Sevilla silver with Paul Woods.
That's because it's all about timeless treasures. And we've asked you on our, community what you consider to be a timeless piece of jewelry. And Connie's going to be visiting with you as well as myself throughout the show. Let us know what you call or think is a timeless piece of jewelry. What does it look like or mean to you?
And of course, pearl expert and designer Josh Bazar will be here as well with his timeless imperial pearls. But we want to hear from you. That's part of the beauty of Bejeweled. It's your show too, so we love interacting with you. And if you go to community and you tell us what you consider to be timeless jewelry, we may share it on the air. You may win a gift card at the end of the show. And always too, Bill and I love to give you insider information behind the scenes. Connie, Craig, Carol, that's 2 R's, 2 L's on HSN Facebook, and Bill Green on HSN Facebook. Now, let's see what you're saying in the community. Velveteen Rabbit 7, hey, Velveteen Rabbit. Nothing says timeless like diamond studs, solid gold bracelets, strands of pearls, hoop earrings, and crosses. Well, I gotta tell you, we have most of that in the show tonight, so you wanna stay with us as we celebrate timeless treasures, and there is no one more timeless, classic, and beautiful than Audrey Hepburn. That's why we're featuring the collection on Timeless Treasures.
And when you think about, really a star who was the star of the silver screen and also of the stage, and you think about really things in your mind when you remember photos, you think of her jewelry, you think of her wardrobe, and Audrey Hepburn meant so much to the world, and we are very lucky to have with us a gentleman who is her son and one of her 2 children, Sean Hepburn Ferrier. It's a pleasure to have you on Bejeweled.
Well,
I was watching you earlier with Lynn Murphy. What a spectacular job you did in recreating this collection.
Well, thank you so much for having us, and thank you for dedicating the show in her memory, calling it Timeless Elegance. She was certainly well remembered for that.
I know that this is a very, well, first of all, not full of trials and tribulations. You put a lot of work into this. As a matter of fact, you made a comment that this is it, you put your heart into it, and are you going to continue this?
There are many things you do in life and you always say, wouldn't it be wonderful if, then you actually do them and realize the amount of effort, not just for us, because we are an approval-intensive estate, but also for Camrose and Cross, so the company that produced this for us and who came to us with this burning desire. I'm not sure if it's burning that much anymore. The quality that we insisted upon and the price that HSN is insisting upon has placed us in quite an interesting quagmire.
Well, I will say that Camrose and Cross, who sat and met with the Hepburn brothers to pull this collection together, they're known for collections of celebrities, of the first ladies, and they pulled together a collection that you just won't believe. If you saw the original side by side, you'd be blown away by it. We're going to start with the Audrey Hepburn Radiant Cut Crystal Eternity band ring. I was asking Sean when we met before the show about how much of her jewelry was acquired. Sean, was your mother a shopper?
My mother was a bit of a shopper. She would take me shopping for books and socks, and so she was also a real mom. But I did accompany her several times when she shopped for herself, where there was clothes, and she always believed very much in reflection of this beautiful collection that you should better own a few high-quality items, a few, the best. Less is more. Those are the kind of things that she would talk about.
Well, this is a classic, and I would recommend to any woman who's watching this show that's ever wanted a diamond eternity band to select one of these, or maybe 2, one to bookend a solitaire. They look legitimately like a diamond band ring in platinum, which I'm sure your mom's was.
This was the engagement ring that my father gave to her at the time of their engagement in Switzerland. They were married on 25 September 1954 in Bergenstock, where I was born, above Lake Lucerne. And she always used to talk about channel-mounted baguettes, and you come from an illustrious background in the jewelry industry, and you know that baguette is the most expensive cut of any diamond because it creates the greatest waste.
It's also very difficult to channel set radiant cuts perpendicular to the, if you see the way these are set around the ring, they're set, you know, east to west, very complicated to set channel setting.
You can break
like
them
this.
easily.
$69.95. If you would like it for Bejeweled, they're on 3 flex payments for $33.32. We are going to continue. Now, you should know that what you see tonight, when it sells out, will not be back. These are exclusive to HSN. You cannot find these anywhere else in America. We want to give you a glimpse of a collection that is going to be just something else in your life. These are pearls and flowers, very popular earlier today. And we've got a necklace, we've got an earring and a ring as part of this collection. The simulated pearl gold tone flower jewelry. The earrings are $39.95, the necklace $59.95. This is 094135. There's only 100 necklaces remaining. It is extendable, and it looks like he's got these beautiful 18-karat gold roses that are just flowering.
That is real gold bath. Oh. And if I may talk about these pearls for a second, these are just like in the iconic piece that we will see later on. These are all hand-dipped in Poland in this factory. So these are, I like to refer to them as man-made pearls. They're not machine-made, they're not, you know, they use the best ingredients, and they're let out to dry and then dipped again and again and again. This is a very delicate piece, a younger piece. These
look so legitimate.
Yes.
And they do look like they're set in 18-karat gold. The ring is only $39.95, and the special Bejeweled price is $19.98. It's yours for the asking in sizes 8 through 12. Okay, we are going to now bring you what I consider to be a timeless classic in jewelry. I'm just going to say this to you once, and I'm only going to say it once at the start of the show. If you have ever thought, what do I need in the top 10 items in my wardrobe to create a classic wardrobe of jewelry, this necklace should be first in your mind. You will have this necklace. You will wear this necklace the rest of your life for many occasions. I'm going to ask for the brooch to be brought out. This is... First of all, it was $149.95. You'll never see after today this price again. It is $69.95 for Bejeweled. It is on 4 flex payments for $17.49. It is free shipping. And before I really we get into this, and I asked Sean to explain this piece in detail, let me just tell you, it's a very complicated piece to build. Second of all, you'll remember that she, Audrey Hepburn, the beautiful photo you see here. I love this photo. I have this photo in a poster.
Here she is wearing it. Here she is wearing it. This is the iconic piece from the iconic film. As the French like to say, le monstre sacré, the sacred monster of her career. I'm glad to announce that I was just born a few months before she started filming this.
Wow.
So it was 55 years ago. I just turned 55.
She went to work very
17th.
quickly.
She did, 3 months after.
After you were born. Okay.
That means it was a happy delivery.
It must have been. She must have been thrilled.
She was.
She was like, okay, now I'm going to go out and work and make this like the life that my children deserve. I love that this pin fits onto the clasp. I don't know. I'm going to show you how this works. It's a swivel bar pin closure, which you can see pictured in the image that we're showing you of Audrey herself. And then there's a little opening at the top of the clasp that allows you to slide. Do you see this? The pin into the clasp, and then it attaches so that you can wear this as an enhancer to this gorgeous multi-strand pearl necklace, which already has a beautiful clasp. Look at these images of the just three of the many different ways you can wear it. I'm going to say it once. It is $69.95. It is free shipping. It is on 4 flex payments for $17.49. You must have walked into the studio today. I know because this has been on earlier today as well, and 1,100 customers have already ordered it and thought, what are we doing?
I think they realized what an iconic piece this is. The quality is extraordinary. I often say, if you want to test it out, get the brooch. The brooch alone is a masterpiece. Incredible amount of craftsmanship that went into it.
Yes.
But it is truly, I'm going to preserve their privacy, but good friends of my mother and power women in the fashion world have asked about this piece and have received it as a present from me and have gone on and on and on about it.
You're saving more than you're spending for the necklace. You're saving $80 on this breathtaking piece of jewelry. And I asked Sean, is this an extra piece? He goes, no, this comes with it. And it's a pin that is jeweled in what looks like diamonds, but they're all crystals. Yes. And it's used to partner all of the pearls together in a grouping, and it keeps them steady. Tell me about that piece.
That piece is there if you want to wear the piece in a more sort of formal way. So I would say if you take it to the office, take the piece off, wear the pearls sort of loose, and then if you're going to take the piece out to dinner and wear it in a more formal environment, then you can put the little separator brooch back on.
And then maybe for a more formal occasion, or maybe if you're shooting a movie. You know what? Look at the brooch. The brooch, by the way, we have at the bottom of the screen as far as item number. I mean, it is a piece all of its own. It would be a wonderful Christmas present, and is a swivel bar pin closure to the back, but it fixes onto the clasp. Do you see here? The clasp has a very special opening for the swivel bar pin that fits through the clasp. And the pin is only, listen to this, it is only $69.95, reduced from $99.95. It is $385,911, special flex pay available. Tell me, was your mom a humorist? Was she a funny gal?
She was. She loved to laugh. I made her laugh a lot. That's one of the best memories I have of our relationship, is I would make her laugh.
Really?
Yeah. I do imitations, accents, imitate some of her friends. She loved it. She really laughed from the stomach.
She was such a beautiful woman, and we all remember her from so many of the movies that we followed throughout her career.
Here's a perfect example about this beautiful lady here wearing the white top, wearing the brooch separate. But imagine it also on a little velvet black clutch.
Oh, fabulous!
It'll make it come to life.
It'd be a great enhancer.
Or on a silk scarf that's wrapped on your handbag, just as a closure. Amazing.
Now, I'll show you here, too, that if you'd like, and you can see this gorgeous clasp, it's a push clasp. Oops. So you can, let me just take the bust off of here. So you see that these are designed to where they float around the neck so beautifully, and then you attach them like this, you see? You lock it together like that. Look at the etching that Camrose and Cross made sure to replicate from the original. Now, the original, this was platinum or 18 karat white gold. Which was it?
I believe it may have been platinum.
Oh my gosh, magnificent. Even the tag there. So you can see the rondelles, what look like these beautiful pave diamond rondelles that are spaced in and around the pearls. Now, this is a sign of true workmanship. Individual hand knotting, which for fashion jewelry you typically don't see. Normally they just string them on cord.
Of course.
This beautiful work.
They can only fall the right way and look the right way. But they also need to have the weight to be able to drape the way they do. And, you know, the old test to see whether it's real pearls, if you put them against your teeth. If somebody comes to rob your house, they're going to take these thinking they're real.
Now, I'm going to tell you, because a friend of mine recently purchased for his wife a strand of pearls that were a good, I think they were 12 millimeter. You don't even know what you would pay for AAA grade pearls of this quality in a single strand, let alone, you know, a multi-strand bib like this.
She had a beautiful strand of 9 millimeters non-cultured, the real pearls that she left to her niece in her will, and those are priceless today. And perfect color, perfect tone. I just
want you to know, if you want the simulated Mabe pearl earrings with the diamond bezel that are simulated in CZ, these are a customer pick. There are fewer than 100 remaining. They're $59.95. They're on 3 flex payments. You get them home for under $20, and then they are also on surgical steel posts, so they will be naturally hypoallergenic. I want you to have the necklace, but I want you to have the pin to go with it. It's versatile. You can wear it standalone. You can wear it with the necklace. Now remember, you're saving more than you're spending on the necklace. It was $149.95. We reduced it for today and for Bejeweled to $69.95. You will never see this again on HSN. You will never see this in any other store, because we have an exclusive with the Hepburn brothers and this collection, and we're so grateful to have you here. We're lucky you chose us.
I'm so pleased to be here. You know, since this wonderful journey has begun, it has gotten me thinking a lot about what it means to talk about fashion jewelry. And in a way, I've come to terms with the fact that buying a diamond is easy, in a way. You know, you wear it and it does the talking for you. putting on a piece of high grade, albeit fashion jewelry, requires a certain persona, a certain strength, it's easy. My mother, she's Audrey Hepburn. She's wearing, you know, one of those beautiful gowns that she used to wear from her friend Hubert. And, but she had the pizzazz, the persona to wear costume jewelry, to wear fashion jewelry over it.
Well, and you know, so many photos.
You know, that's a unique, it takes a unique person, strength to do that.
It does. So many, you know, well, first women in office have always been recognized in photographs for having a strand of pearls on. It is clearly a classic traditional element of a woman's wardrobe that every woman should have, and to have a gorgeous, you know, just magnificent waterfall of pearls that you have. They're called unforgettable for a reason, because when you're seen wearing these, whether it be with a basic little black dress, as you said, with a black velvet, you know, like blazer or jacket, and a pair of jeans and a white shirt, it's going to be a statement. But look at the way this appears with the clasp behind the necklace. So you can wear it so many different ways. And I bet you, now how old were you again when you remember your mom wearing this?
I don't remember, because I was just born.
Oh, so this was when she was just born.
I was 3 months old, and she went.
And it was a gift from your dad?
No, this was actually the real thing, on loan from the jewelry company that is being represented by the film.
You're kidding.
This was the real thing. It was a multi-million-dollar.
Did she get to keep it?
No. This was before the time that actors did such things.
Did she ever tell you that she wanted to keep it?
She didn't.
Because they always say
she wasn't that way.
No,
but I'll tell you something. She would have loved to have this piece.
Oh, of course.
Like this, with this quality. She would have bought this sooner than she would have, you know, gone out and sprung to buy the real thing. You know, and she believed also, in times like these, when a lot of people go hungry, and you know, she spent the last 5 years of her life working for UNICEF. You know, she did believe that there's something sort of all around reasonable about beautiful fashion jewelry. Her obsession with fashion jewelry began very early in life, when she moved to New York, went out to dinner with a couple, and somehow in the first part of the evening, a real diamond earring got lost. And it colored the entire evening and created a drama which ruined the entire night. And she said to herself, if this is what real jewelry does to you, I don't want it.
Well, let me just give you another heads up. At this point, with everybody that's online, there's a very good chance that these will sell out tonight. They will never be back to HSN. Tonight and for Bejeweled, they are on 4 flexible payments for $17.49. They are free shipping, and they're $80 off. So this $149 necklace, which I must tell you, that simulated pearls that have this luster, this beauty, this roundness, this size, that are hand-dipped and layered to create the nacreous look of genuine pearls in a AAA grade Mikimoto pearl, which is what they look like, and then to layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands with simulated diamond rondelles that look as though they're hand set, you know, flawless diamonds. They did a beautiful job. I mean, honestly, Camrose and Cross have outdone themselves. What a beautiful replica, again, of that beautiful necklace seen at that breakfast place, you know, that we all know is such a raving place in the movie, and such a wonderful place, and such a gorgeous necklace. Remember the brooch, which I'm going to spend time on for you. We're going to show you, and also the earrings. I want to give you a little update on the earrings. Now, the earrings, which we have to go along with the necklace, there are only 50 remaining. They look like the finest, almost, I guess, 15 to 16 millimeter Mabe pearls.
No more clips?
I think we have the post, and the clips just sold out.
Okay.
The clips just sold out. There are 50 remaining in the post, and the pierced do feature.
That's an iconic piece that she wore. We have photographs when we did the regular show earlier on. We had photographs on the show of her wearing those.
Is she not wearing them there, is she?
No, those are pear-shaped.
Different. Okay, listen, these look believable. They are $19.98 on your credit card, and they're specially bejeweled price at $59.95. Also, they're almost a 5-star customer pick on hsn.com. They will sell out. Okay, now, you've got to see this. Last call. This is the look of probably the most breathtaking cornflower blue sapphire I've ever seen in my life. We have a necklace, we have earrings, and we have got the ring. The earrings are $49.95. There are a dozen left. The pendants, they're $59.95. And then the ring I think we still have in all sizes, don't we, Luciano? Sizes, yes. So we have sizes of 5 through size 12. And if that's not the most beautiful pear-shaped sapphire with diamonds
These
in
are
appearance.
really her colors. When I think of her, I think not so much of gold, always platinum, silver, white gold, and blue.
Well, this is the
She loved it. This was her.
Did she?
Yes.
I mean, they're breathtaking. First of all, the recreations look probably as much like the genuine as there were. Okay, we're going to spend only 3 minutes on this brooch, but this brooch is such a great collectible piece. You're just going to love it, and I know you're going to enjoy it. It was $100 for Bejeweled. It is $69.95 and free shipping, and on 3 flexible payments for $23.32. How magnificent is this? And I can't even imagine what Camrose and Cross did in terms of time to put this together. I mean, the amount of work, the amount of crystals.
It's extraordinary, isn't it?
My gosh.
That's why when I say we're probably not going to do this again, we did a book like this one time called Audrey Treasures, funnily enough. And it's what I call sort of a pop-up book for adults. And it's an entire factory that works together to put this wonderful book, which has souvenirs and little envelopes and things that open up. Once you've printed those 250, 300,000 copies, that's it. You're never going back. And this is one of those pieces. It's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of an effort. You have to look at it. It's sort of your lost leader. You have to look at it within the whole effort.
And you know, I think it'd be so beautiful. I'm sure that you remember images or just memories of your mom wearing this with a scarf even in the movie, and also with the strand of pearls, because this can be worn on like the lapel of a gorgeous wool jacket. I love how your mom was wearing it in this image. Audrey Hepburn wearing it as a center stage enhancer on this strand of pearls.
Another one in the hair, look at that.
Oh, how magnificent.
And you could, the same way you were able to slip the little support in the back into the clasp, the same way you could probably adjust it into a little comb.
You know, I would love for you to try this, gals, on 3 flex payments for $23.32. It would be a beautiful gift for you to even purchase today for, let's say, the holidays or for Christmas. And you'd be paying for it. Well, let's see, this is now August. Can you believe it's August?
I know.
September, October, November, it's paid for. You're ready for Christmas. I mean, we're 4 months away from the holidays.
It's a perfect gift, even for a young lady. Something extraordinary has happened to us in the past 20 years. You know, we thought our base would remain, you know, the fans of my mother from generations older than I. We today have more than 50% of our base are teens.
Really?
And we didn't do anything to create that. It just happened naturally. They somehow glommed onto her legitimacy, onto her real side. And I get calls all the time from these young kids doing these History Month pieces on her, you know, it's amazing. I mean, kids, and they have this wonderful sort of kaleidoscopical view of her. Some of them know she's the woman with the glasses and the trench coat in the movie, you know, about the jewelry. And some of them know that she was a famous movie star and have seen some of her pictures. Some know that she did the humanitarian work. And in the end, all of them together have a complete picture. But they love her.
Well, you know, you mentioned that your mom was a big supporter of UNICEF, and HSN Cares are big supporters of UNICEF. And as a child, I'm sure you had like a little orange carton that you collected money in, did you not? Actually,
the UNICEF work was mostly concentrated in the last 5 years of her life.
Oh, it was?
She did throughout her life, because my grandmother was a big-time humanitarian herself and did work not just for UNICEF after the war, but also for soldiers coming back from Vietnam. She lived in San Francisco. You know, we went a little bit longer. It's a family thing. We went a little longer. I wanted to give you every second we could to present your mother's beautiful jewelry. Audrey Hepburn, what a great, great collection. Thank you for bringing it to HSN. Sean is going to be back next hour with Behind the Sparkle. Right now, Connie's going to check in with us and tell us what's going on. I think that we've got something very special with Sevilla Silver and Mr. Paul Ward tonight. Thank you, Bill.
We do. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Sean. Well, coming up, of course, every Bejeweled, we have a showcase, which is available only for Bejeweled at special pricing, free shipping, and FlexPay. And tonight, Paul Woods with Sevilla Silver. Paul, when we talk timeless treasures, heavy Italian sterling silver. Oh my gosh. We've taken this from $69 to $49.90. It is $16 and change on your charge card, but this is timeless.
It is timeless. It was originally called the Gourmet bracelet. That's what it is, a link that is truly appreciated by the elitist of the elite, the finest of the fine. It's like the best tasting chocolate and wine together. It is a gourmet link.
And we have
stunning.
6.5, 7 1/4, and 8-inch, so get yours early. Again, with free shipping, and to know you are dripping in, on average, almost 16 grams. That is so heavy in Italian sterling silver. And then also coming up, you know, when you talk about pearls, the larger the pearl, usually the more expensive. This is a massive 13 millimeter. That's almost, well, it is a Mabe size pearl. And then it's completely surrounded with the look of diamonds, appraised at $175. We're doing it at $59, free shipping at under $20, but very limited. So you'll see Paul back in just a matter of moments. Thanks for being on Bejeweled. Stay with us.
HSN is like discovering the ultimate jewelry box.
You get a totally unique experience.
We give you the story behind every single piece.
There is no other store in the world that you hear from the designers directly.
And we as designers get to know the lives of our customers.
HSN has done all the work for you.
We are your jewelry editors.
I can show you things you're not going to see anyplace else.
Shop your favorite designers.
Fine jewelry,
Gemstones,
and everyday classics at hsn.com.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? Right off the bat, you get $10 off when you apply and are approved for the HSN card. Plus, extra flex offers, VIP easy returns for worry-free shopping, VIP financing, exclusive offers, and cardholder-only access to the best of HSN, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
Well, you are watching Bejeweled, and tonight it's all about timeless treasures. We have Paul Woods here, who is our ambassador of luxury. He's worked for the biggest brands in the industry, so he really knows a thing or two or 1,000 about luxury items. And tonight we're talking Sevilla silver, which is really the finest silver in the world. And Paul, I love when we talk timeless treasures, we are truly starting tonight with an earring that every lady should have in her jewelry collection. And I'm just going to go ahead and put our showcase item on that big heavy curb link bracelet, because just from mentioning it, a couple hundred people have ordered. But this earring, I want to start by saying I have literally about 400 of these to go around. You've got to realize these are real silver, Italian crafted, Italian made. And so we're talking about the top of the line in silver, not costume jewelry, even though it's costume jewelry pricing. And we took it from $49.90 to $39.90 only for the show, under $20 to be able to bring it home. And it's on FlexPay as well. So this is kind of a first come, first serve for a beautiful, I think, Paul, perfect size earring that should be in all of our jewelry collection.
First of all, this is brand new. Okay, I was in Venice, Italy, Venezia. I was in Venice, Italy, and I was on the Piazza of San Marco, and I was in the jewelry stores, and there was this gorgeous J-pair hoops in sterling silver, made in Italy, just like these. And I asked how much they were. They were €300. I mean, that's almost $400. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I said, oh, come on. But they are beautiful. They are made in Italy. You know, suddenly his accent got French. Now, let me just say this. Quando ci facciamo un viaggio in Italia, when we make the trip to Italy together, quando ci facciamo un viaggio, we're going to see jewelry like this together. We're going to look at it together, and we're going to want it. And we're going to look at the price, and we're going to go, oh, HSN's way better. And that's the joy of Sevilla silver. We can actually bring you sterling silver. These are stamped 925. These are stamped, made in Italy. These are sterling silver. This is the kind of jewelry that you purchase when you walk on Fifth Avenue, on Rodeo Drive, when you're in Paris, when you are traveling the world with the jet setter of the jet setters.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you find.
Well, and when you go into your favorite houses of jewelry, think about the ones with the beautiful color boxes, and you see their line of silver, and you go, wait a second, no, I didn't ask for white gold, I asked for silver.
But the price looks like white gold. Yes, you're right.
But this is that quality. The difference is we go directly to, I hate to even call it factories, because literally it's like a little cottage industry in Italy, and get these beautiful pieces. Here's the bad news. You all have really began to experience the quality of Sevilla silver. So when you see things like this, you're on it immediately. At $49, they're amazing, but to get this once in a lifetime, and what I mean by that is you'll buy them once, you'll wear them forever. Value at $39.95, and on FlexPay at under $20. And again, they are absolutely, positively the perfect size. When they're sold out today, they unfortunately will never be back. So hopefully you're getting yours today. And I want to show everybody now, with 260 of these left, considering everyone on board. Paul, the detail, the craftsmanship, the way that these are put together are amazing.
Well, it is that Italian craftsmanship, and these are electroformed, so they're super comfortable. Remember, Paul Woods would never bring you an earring that you couldn't talk on the phone and nap in at the same time. That's my goal.
That.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave them out here because we have 147 left. We'll let you know when it's officially gone. Now, we have our showcase coming up, but we have the most contemporary, beautiful necklace to go along with it that's brand new, from $129 to $109 for flexible payments. So it's $27.48 to bring it home, and $20 off the price that you will be paying. What you're getting is a multiple chain link necklace that drops into the curb stations. So that's available for you. Also, something we may not have a chance to get to next hour, but it is available for you right now from $229 to $159, and it's under $40 on your charge card. We have brown and we have black available for you.
Can I just tell you, when Mark and James of Bachelor Mishka fame saw this in my studio, they both grabbed immediately and said, we're putting this in our show. This is absolutely the kind of jewelry that our gal wears.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Okay, that's coming up if we get a chance. We don't have a lot, so I can't promise you we'll do a presentation. But now we're going to, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have a matching ring with the cuff I'm about to show. So just so you know, the item number will be at the bottom of the screen, but this cuff sold out the last time that it was on the air. We have been working literally since the second that Paul sold this out to get this back. Our buyer, even though it was very, very late when Paul got off the air, she started working on it at that moment, because we left, I'm going to say, about 600 people on board wanting it.
We did. It was sad.
You know what? And I've got to say this. For everything, whether it's a silver bracelet, whether it's a car, whether it's a dishwasher, there's levels. Good, better, best.
And one more. Wow.
Wow, it's better than the best. Okay,
wow.
This is the top of the line that we can offer you, that you can buy in silver, and to be able to bring it to you at $249 is great. That's the price where it sold out, but at $224, and today on FlexPay of $56, we have a handful of these available. And Paul, it is out of this world gorgeous. It fits everybody because it's open in the back, and listen to this, about 41 grams of silver. So it's huge.
It's huge. It feels important. It looks important. As soon as you touch it, it's like, you know, when you shut the door on a really expensive car, a Cadillac or a BMW or a Bentley or a Rolls, you know, it has that great feeling to it of just quality. And that is something that we as Americans really appreciate. We buy by the pound. We pick something up and we go, okay, that's well made. That's what we do. Now, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time I presented this, and I want to talk to you at home for just a second about the price of gas, okay? 2 years ago, the price of gas was $5 a gallon. None of us drove anywhere. You went to the gas station, you got depressed, right? Well, 2 years ago, the price of silver was twice as high as it is today. Same thing. This bracelet 2 years ago would have been $600 or $700. Today, we can do it at this price. in 2 years, it could be $1,000. That's the thing about precious metals. They are commodities. They are the same, really, as gasoline is. The price ebbs and flows with quality and demand, and you have to, what did your mom teach you? Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. So this is the opportunity to really acquire an important piece of silver, the kind of silver that your mom or your grandmother told you she bought in Santa Fe 35 years ago. It's that quality, that weight of silver. And I just can't tell you enough. You know, when gas was $5 a gallon, I got depressed. I wouldn't drive anywhere. I got a smaller car. I mean, the same as all of you. You know, we just forget the SUV. And now gas is $2 and whatever, and I've got my Jeep back out, and I love it, and I speed on the highway, and don't tell anybody. And this is the same thing with, I'm buying silver again. I'm buying gold again, because it makes sense. I can afford it, and it makes sense in the long run, because with sterling silver, if you care for it, you will have it forever, and your family will have it forever, and their family's family will have it forever. It is a forever noble precious metal.
Well, we have at this point 133 of these remaining. It probably will not be back before Christmas. Certainly it's not going to be back at this price. This was a bejeweled price. The flex pay goes away when we leave you. And you know, again, you think about it. You're investing in something that's a commodity. It always has worth. It always has value. And not only that, you're getting the very best that money can buy. It's not like you can go somewhere else and even if you're spending more, get better quality silver. You can't.
Nope. Nope, cannot be done. This is the finest silver in the world. It is stamped 925. We control the purity with the utmost quality and attention to detail. You are acquiring the best. It's like going to New York, walking down Fifth Avenue and having endless credit cards. I'm gonna have that. I want that too. It's that kind of quality. It's that kind of purchase.
Okay, you know what? I've got to remind you too, the matching earrings, the item numbers there at the bottom of the screen. We have fewer than 100 of these at $39.90. We also want to show you, we have a great looking set of stack rings. Now we won't.
Love these.
Yeah, these are cute. These, we will not get to do a presentation, but you do get two. So it's a stack ring set of two, where you get one that looks like it's wrapped 3 times, one that is actually, you can see, like a little cuff, and they're $38, free shipping, under $20 to bring those home on your charge card. So that's available. We're gonna have the matching ring coming up. And then also, okay, we have 100 of the set of 6 bangle bracelets. You heard me correctly. You get 6 of these. They're all highly polished, which is my very favorite. We have free shipping on these. They're $32.48 on your charge card. And you want to talk about classic. When you line up a stack of genuine precious metal bangle bracelets, it doesn't get more classic than that. And we do have 100, so at just about $20 a piece and free shipping and $32 and change to bring those home, I hope you can do it. Okay, Paul, now we're gonna go to the brand new matching ring. This is $49.95, down from $54.90. It's on 2 flexible payments, which go away at the end of the show. It matches back perfectly with the gorgeous bracelet, matches back perfectly with the final 60 of the earrings that we're doing at $39.95. But this ring, when we talk signature ring, when we want that ring that has that presence to it, I mean, this is that big, bold, substantial ring, and we have it in 5 through 11. So if you choose to wear this on the center of the index finger, it will absolutely work for you.
Now, check your notes, because my memory says this is a reorder of a ring we sold out. Am I wrong or am I right?
Let's see. Let me just double check.
I don't want to make...
Oh, you know what? Actually, you are correct.
And I think it's perfect 5-star.
It is a perfect 5-star customer pick.
Perfect.
At $54.90.
I know.
Okay.
So I just wanted to jump in and say to you, we sold out of this. Your friends and your neighbors have already, maybe they got lucky enough to get one, and they've written in and told us, this is a perfect ring. Okay, perfect. Do you know how hard that is? Perfect ring. Now, I want to show you something. This ring has, if you can come in close, you'll see that there's this wave format, and there's actually space. You see the space in there? I'm having a hard time. There we go. See under there? So it actually is like free form. Now, there's an Italian expression that says, that a man says to a woman when they're in love. And he says to her, "You are my wind and my waves." And that's the inspiration for this ring and this cuff. You're my wind and my waves. Tu sei e le miei venti e le onde. You're my wind and my waves.
That.
Isn't that romantic?
Absolutely.
And then you see that it's got perfect 5-star reviews. And I read what everybody said. They're like, this is a serious silver ring. It has so much look. It's so comfortable. The weight is amazing. I can't believe the polish and the shine because it's Sevilla silver. That's why. Every single thing about this ring is absolutely perfect. I thought it was, and you guys think it was, and it was a sellout at the higher price. So I can't even say anymore.
Well, I tell you what, you don't have to say anymore. We have 5 through 11 with 9, 10, and 11 almost in sellout quantities already, because I think for a lot of us, we want that one presence-making ring on our hand. We don't have to worry about, can I couple this with this, or do I wear this with... You don't have to worry. You put this on, and alone, it is absolutely amazing. The length is 3/4 of an inch. It's 13/16 of an inch in the width. We have about 2 minutes left to shop here. I'm just kind of giving you a little heads up. Coming up in a matter of moments, our showcase where you get on average 16 grams of silver for $20 off our price, free shipping and flex pay. It's already hot, hot, hot. We have 3 sizes. But the ring, if you've been looking for that ring that looks like you traveled to Italy, the one that people are going to say, oh my goodness, did you get that when you went on that once in a lifetime vacation? Because that's what this looks like. It doesn't look like anything we're seeing in the stores, Paul.
Well, it doesn't. And in fact, a good friend of mine runs the jewelry business at the largest department store chain in America. And I was talking with him last night, and I showed him some of the things we're bringing to air. And I showed him this ring, and I said, all right, you run the largest department store chain in America. You guys can all know it's a part of your life. And I said, what would you sell this ring for? And he said, 140, 150 at a department store. That's what he said. In Italy, it would probably be 250.
Oh my gosh.
That's the difference. And that's what you're getting here. And the customer reviews have been absolutely perfect. I just love that when we're not even gambling anymore. It's just perfect. We know it.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna leave it available for you, but everybody is falling in love with the look of that fabulous, weighty, heavy, curb link design. Now, we took this from $69 to $49.90, $20 off. On top of that, you're saving another $6 with the free shipping. On top of that, it's $16 and change, which goes away. The free shipping, the flex pay, it all goes away tonight at 8 p.m. should there be one remaining, but I've got to show you this. We have 3 sizes available, so everyone gets their custom fit. And again, who's to say that this is not white gold? That's what it looks like. When people see you wearing this, they think white gold. We have 6.5, we have 7 1/4, we have 8-inch available. 8-inch from preview is almost gone. And one more time, let me remind you, it is a heavy, luxury, elevated style in a bracelet. That's coming up as our showcase. But before, we're going to check in with Bill to see what's going on in community. Hey, Bill.
Well, it's so funny because Connie and I really now know that you are in touch with us at HSN because we asked the question, what do you consider timeless jewelry? And you all nailed it. This is from Miami CDN. Timeless and classic jewelry for me. Some gold hoops, a perfect strand of pearls, and a tank watch. Nailed it. Next comment, and this one I know you're gonna love too. Vernon, hoops, chains, sparkle, and anything that makes you feel sexy. Timeless jewelry should always make you feel good about yourself. And third, we have a comment from Southern Lights 55. When I think of timeless jewelry, I think of classic jewelry that will never go out of style. A beautiful strand of pearls, a solitaire diamond, a cameo brooch, a tennis bracelet, and a treasured cross pendant or eternity band. You know what? You still have a chance to chime in. Visit us at the HSN community page and just let us know what you consider to be a timeless treasure in jewelry. And also visit us at Bill Green on HSN and Connie Craig Carroll on HSN on Facebook.
Thank you, Bill. Okay, now, I mean, we are like counting the moments till we get to our showcase. It's coming up immediately following the necklace that matches. Even if you've had a chance to buy our beautiful showcase bracelet at $69, you don't have this necklace because we brought this in for you today, brand new. You see the clock on the screen because we have fewer than 100. Ready, set, go on, listen to this, a 36-inch necklace. 8 individual, beautiful, it looks like liquid flowing chains, and then the curb link stations in between, which will match back with your showcase that's coming up at $48. Ladies, you want to talk about layering that rich, incredible Italian fine jewelry, precious metal look. This is it. But with fewer than 100, I'm going to let Paul tell us the story before we move on to our showcase, which the bad news about the showcase is I have 150 left in the 8-inch.
That's it?
For the guys who are doing the 8-inch and the gals who are doing the 8-inch, that's going to be gone almost immediately. Okay, but the necklace you brought in brand new.
Necklace is brand new, I like to say. You know, this is made in Italy, so you right away you know the quality. And the point I want to make here, and this is really for the woman who gets it, the woman who understands and who gets how to layer her jewelry, because it's really important, particularly when working with precious metal, that you work with pieces from a collection that complement each other. You don't want them to fight. You want them to work together, to look like an ensemble, like you put it together and you had an eye for this kind of thing. Well, this necklace does that for you. When we get to our showstopper curb link chain, you're going to want this necklace. You're going to want it in 36 inches because we never do 36 inches in sterling silver. In Italy, stamped Italian, stamped 925 silver, and it's perfect with what's coming up, gals. So there's only like less than 100 of these left.
Oh my gosh, exactly. There are 46 remaining with everybody on board.
Nuts.
And look at the chains. When we say 8 chains, I don't know how in the world they make them sparkle, but they literally look like diamonds by the yard with the way they twinkle, don't they?
Well, they do. I know the fellow whose house makes these, Luigi. You know,
I love Luigi.
He's so fabulous, but he's so proud of the beautiful chain that they make, and only in Italy can you get this quality of beautiful sterling chain.
Guess what? 25 people can get it. Okay, hang in there. You have it if you're on board, but now it is time. A lot of you have not waited. You can get your custom size 6.5, 7.25, or 8-inch, but you got to be quick. Free shipping and the flex pay and the price, amazing. Take a look. Okay, here we go. I could not be more excited about this bracelet due to the fact that this is real silver. And you know, it's not something that is a, you know, lightweight, barely there silver bracelet. This is massive. This is that heavy, you know you have it on kind of silver bracelet. And we have sold already more than 100 of these. I want to give everybody an update really quickly. If you need the 8-inch, we have fewer than 200. We have about 150 remaining officially in the 8-inch. In the 7.25, we have 200 of these. And then in the 6.5, we have just a little bit more. But I want to say this, and then I'm going to let Paul talk about this one, because this truly is, when you're talking about timeless treasures, when you're talking about building a jewelry collection, we all want those link bracelets. We all want those bracelets that we can wear right there alongside our timepiece. Speaking of which, $90 off what looks like that presidential looking timepiece that's coming up in a little bit, $90 savings. But this is that bracelet that you put on every single day and you wear it as a signature piece, because it is worldwide, that recognizable status link. And there is not a person, if they knew that it was precious, noble, real sterling silver, that would believe that this was $49. They wouldn't believe it's $69, but they sure wouldn't believe it was $49. I mean, we sell and do a great business of fashion jewelry at these prices. This is something that, again, is a precious, noble metal, fine jewelry metal. $16.63 brings it home, but you've got to hurry. We now have fewer than 100 left in the 8-inch. In the 7.25, it's official. We have 200 of those left. It looks great on the gentlemen as well as the ladies, and I truly think this is going to be be that piece you put on every single day. One day, your grandchild will be wearing this, your great-grandchild. I mean, we're talking about, on average, 16 grams. That feels so good as it wraps around your wrist. And by the way, look at this. Look at the utter perfection in the way that it melts into your hand. That's the beauty of Italian, literally centuries of old tradition in making chain. Nobody else does it like them. But Paul, before this is gone, tell us the story, please.
Well, I mean, you covered it. It really is all about Italian chain. Now, the curb link I mentioned earlier was originally called the gourmet link. And it was the link that anyone who had taste, status, elegance, they must have the gourmet link. That's what it was. Today we call it a curb chain, and it's, to me, we know what it is, but it's a little bit less glamorous than the gourmet link. Ah, the gourmet link, I love it. Here's my thing. This is made in Italy. And I look at myself and my own jewelry collection, and I get dressed every day, and you know I do this. I put my jewelry on first, and then I put my clothes on, because I want to see what I want to wear that day. And I always go to the real jewelry first. It's just so I can have, you know, jewelry that's costume, and I thought, oh, that's pretty, but then I see the real solid sterling silver, and I'm like, I'm going to wear that instead.
Of course.
And then I find that I keep it on for the next day, and the next day. It becomes that piece I never take off. The other thing is, when I am investing in platinum, gold, sterling silver, or diamonds, I never think to myself about the price. I think to myself about the value, is what I think about, because silver has a value, and it's at a moment in time where we can actually afford to acquire it again. So now what we're doing is we're buying stock. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
You know, Apple stock was down almost $10 over the last week. Silver's up. All right, that's the way the world works. Gas is down. It'll go back up.
Of course.
We know that's how it's going to work. So when you're buying sterling silver, Italian sterling silver, so you're buying the best in the world, the best manufacturer in the world, and the finest sterling silver. When you do that, don't ask yourself any question except, can I afford the flex pay? And if you can, it's just an investment in your future. That's the only way to look at it. It's not frivolous, it's real.
Oh, exactly, exactly. I mean, you have something that you will feel that luxurious weight. And again, I want to say this, it's almost 16 grams. Actually, if you're ordering the 8-inch, it's over 17 grams. And it's Italian, so you know you're getting the finest silver in the world. With a 6-minute clock on the screen, or perhaps sell out. When we had this before, it's $69, completely sold out. Today, it's $20 off. It's free shipping. And to Paul's point, all you got to do is put $16.63 on your charge card, and you get to experience the difference that Sevilla silver can afford you. I mean, when you look at this beautiful chain, and again, you think about the polishing, you think about that gorgeous mirror reflective nature. You think about the flexibility, the way this drapes on your wrist, especially if you're lucky enough to get that 7 1/4 if you normally go smaller. This is a chance to get that piece that as you reach for it, and this is what Timeless Treasures means to me in my jewelry collection, it's always appropriate. It's always in good taste. It's always the right choice. If you are wearing capris and a t-shirt, it elevates that look when you put it back on with those beautiful earrings.
Just to stop you, if I'm wearing capris and a t-shirt, you need to tell me to change my clothes.
I'm just saying, for us gals,
you don't want to see me in a capri and a t-shirt, okay?
Anything we're wearing, this takes it to a new level. I'm sorry, Luciano, now on the 7 okay, in the 8-inch, it is final call in the 8-inch. We have 75 left. In the 7 1/4, we have 100 left. And in the 6 1/2, we have just a couple hundred. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking about it, this is not back before the holidays. There's no way we could go to Italy and have these made before the holidays, Paul.
No, we couldn't. You know, I was just reminded that in my own family, and I've seen this in a number of families, where they buy matching pieces of jewelry for the kids. And in my own family, we each had At that time, it was a stainless steel bracelet, but each of us kids had a stainless steel bracelet. I don't know if it was so Mom wouldn't lose us at the mall or just to identify as her clan, but there's another great idea, because at this price, you can get one for every member of your family, and then you can all have this unifying treasure that sort of brings you together and gives you something to brag about. This is the Woods bracelet, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, exactly, especially like mother-daughter. Think if your daughter is going back to college. You know, last week I wrote like 4 different recommendation letters for my sorority for girls who are going through Rush. I mean, give this to your daughter who's going away to college. So you will have one, she will have one. Every time you look down at it, you think of her. Every time she touches it and looks down at it, she thinks of you and she thinks of home. Like Paul said, it's such a special, wonderful, sentimental bracelet. And at the same time, exactly what the show is about, timeless treasures. She will wear it when her daughter is going off to college. And then maybe at that time, she gives her the grandmother's bracelet. The point is, you can never make a mistake buying silver or buying gold. You just absolutely cannot. And so to be able today to get one that's bigger, that's richer, that is so well made, that looks perfect right there alongside your timepiece. They just told me you have 20 left in the size 8. In the size 7 1/4, we have 70 left in the size 7 1/4. So bottom line, in a moment, we're just going to have 6 1/2 remaining, which I love, because for those of us who wear 6 1/2-inch bracelets, you almost never find that. So it gives it a real tailored look as you're wearing it. But I know that you see this, you've seen costume jewelry, you've seen plated jewelry, and I don't care what the brand name is, because you can go out there in some of the finest, nicest, highest end department stores, you can get great brand name plated pieces. There is nothing like buying
the real stuff, the real thing.
Italian sterling silver, and that's what this is. This is real sterling silver for the price that you might expect to pay for costume jewelry, for plated jewelry. With everyone on board right now, we have now less than 2 dozen remaining in the 8-inch. We have 45 left in the 7 1/4, and then we have 6 1/2. So I'm going to invite you, hop on board. You can go on hsn.com. You can use your phone number and do express automated ordering. For the price of $16 and change on FlexPay, at least give yourself the opportunity to see this on your wrist, to see how amazing it is right there beside your timepiece, right?
Exactly. Give yourself the chance. You know, I'm going to do something I never have ever done. You guys at home, you know me now for 4 years, and I've never done this. If you don't buy this, you're just nuts, okay? You're just nuts, because this only happens so rarely. It's Italian, it's sterling silver, it's gorgeous, and it is on sale for this incredibly ridiculous price, and you can take months to pay for it. Just get off the chair and order it. If you're not happy, call me up and tell me. I will be shocked. I would be shocked.
I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Because it only gets better when you put it on your wrist. You're seeing it on TV right now, but trust me, when you feel what wrapping your wrist in 16+ grams of silver feels like, there's nothing that feels as good as real precious noble metal. Nothing. And I will let you know that free shipping goes away, that FlexPay goes away, that price goes away at 8 o'clock. So this is your chance for $16 and change to either start building that perfect collection, because these are those building blocks that make everything else look that much more beautiful, or adding to your collection. And when you look at this too, look how utterly perfect the finishing, that hand polishing, no casting marks. It's just like icy, liquid looking, Paul.
It's Italian. That's why. And I tell you, I can see a piece of Italian jewelry from across the street. I will recognize it immediately. It's just that beautiful. When you get it home, you're going to be absolutely, stunningly thrilled. Shockingly thrilled. You'll probably fall to your knees and thank HSN and the UPS guy who brought it. I mean, it's one of those.
Okay, I'm sorry, Luciano, on the 8-inch, okay, I'm going to give everybody an update on the 8-inch. We have fewer than a dozen. On the 7 1/4 inch, Okay, 50 left in the 7 1/4, and then the 6 1/2 inch, which is great if you have a smaller wrist. You're gonna get that more tailored look. And you could also, something else you can also do, you can take this to your jeweler. You can have him put one big, beautiful medallion charm on the bottom of it if you want to do that. So there's a variety of different ways you can customize this. You will never regret for a moment. You know, we all have that pair of shoes. We get home, we wear them, we're like, why did I buy it? They're uncomfortable, they're not even that cute. You know, you have a handbag, you keep carrying your special handbag all the time, you never carry this one. You will never regret. You will say, what did I do before I owned it? You will find yourself wearing it that much. And I've got to let you know, we are going to be calling 8 inch and 7 1/4 inch sold out in just a matter of moments. At this point, if you're online, you can get your size with almost 700 ordered. That free shipping, $20 off, and then FlexPay of $16.63. You can't go wrong. Okay, we do have an update, or actually, I'm sorry. Okay, the necklace that matches is officially sold out, so thank you for your calls there. Enjoy.
Can I congratulate you? Those who got, that's a beautiful necklace. Gorgeous.
Okay, I adore this, Paul.